Hey there, I'm so glad you're here with me. Today I'm going to be doing my next episode of Beyond the Page, where I talk about all things that are not book related. In this particular video, we're going to talk about movies, and we're going to talk about my favorite holiday movies. So if you have snacks or drinks that you want to consume while watching, go ahead and grab those, and you can pause it here and then come back, and we are going to get right to the content, okay? Now, I've got a few honorable mentions here that I'll talk about before we get into my core top 10 holiday movies. And these are movies that really they're not technically Christmas movies, although they could be Christmas movies, depending on your point of view. One in particular is thought of as a Christmas movie, even though a lot of people also don't think it is. So there's some conjecture on that, but we're going to get right to these, and we're going to start with While You Were Sleeping. This is a cozy romantic comedy set around the holidays, and it features Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman in the leading roles. And there are very few romantic comedies that really stand the test of time. Another really popular one is Sleepless in Seattle, which is also a favorite of mine. But I like While You Were Sleeping just slightly more. And it just feels more relaxed, and it just flows better. The story seems more realistic in a lot of ways. It's just a really neat story. One of my absolute favorites, where the girl thinks she's in love with one person, and then she meets another guy and really falls in love with him. And it's just really cool to see. It's funny. There's some great comedic moments. Just sitting down with the guy's family to dinner and hearing all their witty banter and crazy dinner table discussions just makes you laugh out loud. And I absolutely love While You Were Sleeping. I think it's a fantastic film, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Another honorable mention is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And this is technically a Halloween movie, but it's also a Christmas movie. You could watch it at either time, honestly. And just a fantastic story. And it features Jack Skellington, our favorite king of Halloween. And some great music to be had as well. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. But it's just such a fantastic film about what happens when somebody tries to be someone they're not. And I just absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I love that trope too, where you're trying to take on the role of something you're not. I think it's great. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Absolutely one of my favorites, and one of my kids' favorites too. We enjoyed watching The Nightmare Before Christmas together several times over the years, and so definitely a fun movie, but it's more of a Halloween movie, I guess, than a Christmas movie, but Halloween's a holiday, right? So yeah, there we go. And then my last honorable mention is Die Hard. And you hear the debates that, where one person says Die Hard is a Christmas movie, the other person says it's not a Christmas movie. And I don't know. I guess it's a holiday movie. It definitely takes place around Christmas time, so I guess that counts. If you're looking for reasons to make it a Christmas movie, you can find them. So it's a great movie. I absolutely love it. And Bruce Willis himself said that it's not a Christmas movie, so I guess we'll go with Bruce Willis on that one. But yeah, Die Hard's a great movie and a lot of fun. Okay, so now we're going to get into my top 10 holiday movies, and we're going to start with two movies actually that I have kind of paired together because they do kind of go together. It's around that same time, right? And this one is Frosty the Snowman, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I put these two together because they just kind of go together. Now, they are a little bit different. They're both animated, but Frosty is full screen animation and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is stop motion animation. But they are really great movies, and they really do go together, in my opinion. These movies have been around since I was a kid, and they're absolute favorites of mine. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is probably my favorite of the two. And as you may know if you've seen other videos of mine in the past, Holly Jolly Christmas is one of my favorite Christmas songs. And it's from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Burl Ives sings it in the movie, and because he plays the snowman, right? And I just absolutely love that movie. But Frosty's great as well. And so I kind of put those together at number 10. That's kind of cheating, but I don't care if you don't care. Anyway, we're moving on to number 9. And number 9 is a movie that I saw for the first time last Christmas. And that is Home Alone. Now, I know everybody out there watching this video is going to be shrieking in horror. Like, how could you have never watched Home Alone? I honestly never had any interest in watching Home Alone, to be perfectly honest. But everybody in the household really wanted to watch it, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And I loved it. I loved it. I should have watched it a long time ago because I really did absolutely love the movie. It's definitely a movie I would watch again at the holidays. It's a lot of fun. I haven't seen the others. I don't know if I will, but I might at least watch Home Alone 2. But yeah, Home Alone was a great movie. Absolutely loved it. That comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is Holiday Inn. And this featured the likes of Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire, and they run a Holiday Inn, just as the title says. And it's more than just Christmas. It's all different holidays that they have special events at this inn for each holiday and everything. But one of the featured ones, of course, is Christmas, and it's usually watched at Christmas time. And it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. I love the music. I love the dancing. I mean, watching Fred Astaire tickle his toes on the dance floor is just amazing. Yeah, Fred Astaire was an amazing dancer, an amazing performer, and that was a really great movie. And a lot of people will say White Christmas, and I liked White Christmas as well, but I don't know. White Christmas does not have the flair for me that Holiday Inn did. And so that may be a hot take, but White Christmas is not on my list. So, yeah, I like White Christmas. It's just not a movie that I would watch a lot. So, that is number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have Klaus. And this is a newer animated movie. It came out on Netflix a few years ago. And it is such a great movie. It's heartwarming, heart-wrenching, sad at times. But, you know, it tells a story of this toy maker in the woods who's kind of a recluse because he lost his wife, and about the joy that he gets from making toys for children in the community. And it's a very different take on Santa Claus, but it's more down to earth. It feels more realistic, and it also still captures the magic of the Santa Claus story. And I thought it was magnificent. So I would definitely watch it again. All right, coming in at number 6, we have It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart. And this is your classic reimagining of the Scrooge tale. It's kind of a modern Christmas Carol at the time, and you know, about a man who learns the true meaning of Christmas. And it's a fantastic movie. It's in black and white. Well, I think there's a colorized version, but I always watched the black and white version. And yeah, it's such a great film. Jimmy Stewart is a phenomenal actor, and he really pulled out all the stops in this movie in his performance. And it's a really heartwarming tale about finding what really matters in life and what really matters around the holidays. And I thought it was fantastic. Definitely one of my favorites. I don't watch it very often, but I have fond memories of it, and it really deserves its spot on this list. That is number 6. Coming in at number 5, the Peanuts Christmas movie. Or you probably know it as the Peanuts Holiday Special. I always loved reading the funny papers when I was growing up. We called it the funny papers, but it was basically the comic section in the newspaper, because my parents would get the newspaper and I'd read the Peanuts comics every time when they came out, and I always looked forward to seeing what Charles Schulz had come up with next. And then when we started watching the TV specials and they had the holiday special, it was just magical, right? It was just such a great story. I loved seeing the gang all together celebrating Christmas and singing at the end around the sorriest excuse for a Christmas tree that they had somehow magically transformed into a beautiful Christmas tree. And I just thought it was really a cool story. It always sticks out in my mind and in my heart as one of my absolute favorites. And I'll never forget, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is of Snoopy decorating his doghouse for a Christmas decoration contest. And when Charlie Brown tries to figure out what he's doing, Snoopy hands him a flyer. And it's about this contest. It's great. It's a really great statement on commercialism around the holidays as well, and I thought it was great. Such a great movie, and I hope you'll check it out if you've never seen it. Although I'd be shocked if you hadn't seen it at this point, because it's a staple of holiday entertainment. So, there we go. Coming in at number 4, that would be the original Grinch animated cartoon. I have not seen the newest animated cartoon, although I have been curious to watch it. And I did see the movie with Jim Carrey, where he played the Grinch. Was not a fan. The original will always be my favorite. And of course, that is with the incomparable Boris Karloff in the role of the Grinch and singing the songs in the background. And so, you know, every once in a while you'll get to a point in the story and you'll hear the deep basso voice of Boris Karloff singing, "You're a foul one, Mr. Grinch." Just a whole bunch of different lines that he sings about the Grinch and what a horrible creature the Grinch is. And it's just, it's a wonderful story. And I love that scene where the Grinch is returning to Whoville because he realizes what's happening, and all of a sudden his heart grows and bursts, and just he's filled with, you know, the Christmas spirit or whatever. And it's just such a beautiful story. Always brings tears to my eyes. And definitely one of my favorites. It wholeheartedly deserves its spot on my top 10 list. So there we go. Yes, the Grinch. So coming in at number 3, we have Elf. And this stars Will Ferrell in the lead role of Buddy the Elf. I am not a fan of Will Ferrell. I like him as a person, but I've never been a fan of his comedy. But Elf is a completely different experience. It's a very different kind of comedy for him, and it just works. He does a phenomenal job in the movie, and so many other actors as well. Mary Steenburgen and James Caan, and Peter Dinklage even makes an appearance in the movie. And I just thought it was such a great movie. So much fun. And Buddy is going on a mission to find his birth father, and finds out that his birth father is just not really a great guy, and a lot of people just aren't really into Christmas and don't believe in Santa Claus and all of these things. And it's one of those movies that makes you want to believe, and it makes you remember when you did believe as a child. And I highly recommend it to anyone. If you have not seen that movie, Elf is amazing. They did an animated version of it as well, which I have not seen. That came out a couple years after the original movie came out. I haven't seen it. I still like the original. It's definitely a staple of Christmas time entertainment. So, Elf is number 3. Coming in at number 2 is The Polar Express. And of course, this movie features Tom Hanks in several roles. He plays a creepy ghost on top of a train. He plays St. Nicholas, Santa Claus. He plays the conductor for the train. He plays a lot of different roles. And he even does the voice for the father of the kids. It's so funny that he played so many different roles in that movie. But it was really a great movie. One of my all-time favorites. We watch it every single year at Christmas time, on Christmas Eve. And, we get to the point where they're about to have the hot chocolate on the train, and we pause it and we go get our hot chocolate with marshmallows, of course. And then we sit down and we unpause the movie and we drink our hot chocolate with the other kids on the Polar Express. And it's just such a fun time. Now, we don't drink it probably that fast, but such a great movie. So many great moments in the story. And that's another movie that just makes you want to believe, and it reminds you of the times when you did believe as a child, just like Elf does. And it's a fantastic family film. It's a family favorite of ours. We always try to watch it every year, and it's just a magical time. So I highly recommend The Polar Express if you have not seen it, although this is one of those that I would be shocked if someone had not seen The Polar Express, because it's just such a well-known and well-loved Christmas time movie. So I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it, and I would love to hear from you in the comments below. If it's a movie that you've seen and you love it as much as I do, that'd be great. Or if you don't like it, let me know in the comments below why. As with any of these movies, if you've seen them and they were just kind of ho-hum for you, let me know. So that was number 2, okay? And number 1 is A Christmas Carol. And not just any Christmas Carol adaptation. I'm specifically talking about the 1990 television adaptation of A Christmas Carol with George C. Scott in the leading role of Ebenezer Scrooge. George C. Scott gave a fantastic performance of this timeless tale. He is the only one that I can ever imagine as Scrooge. And I've seen other adaptations. They're fine. They're great. I saw some of the original black and white ones with, was it Alistair Finney or something like that? I can't remember, but those are fine. But this one is the quintessential Christmas Carol adaptation, in my personal opinion. I own a copy of it. It's the only one I watch every year, or at least I try to watch it every year. And it's a very accurate adaptation of the book as well, because I've seen several others that aren't quite there, but it's such a great movie. And this is my absolute number 1 favorite movie of all time when it comes to holiday movies. So if you have not seen that one, I highly recommend it. You can buy it on digital and DVD, if I'm not mistaken. You might even be able to get it on Blu-ray. Now, it's one of the few television movies that you can find pretty easily on physical media or digital media. because it's a very well-loved movie, not just by me, but by many other people. And I saw it for the first time in syndication on television with my parents. I don't remember how old I was, but I mean, it came out in 1990, so I think, yeah, I would have been 15. And yeah, it was a favorite in our household. So anyway, that is my list, guys, and that concludes this episode of Beyond the Page, my holiday special. I would love to know what some of your favorite holiday movies are. Let me know in the comments below if these are some of your favorites or what some others are. Let me know your thoughts on these movies that I have shared. And I would like to wish you all a fantastic holiday season, and I hope you enjoy some good time with family and friends, good food, and making good memories together. And I hope it's a wonderful time for you. Let me know in the comments below what you've got planned for the holiday season as well. And if you want to watch more of my content, check out the cards here on the end screen. I'll talk to you soon.